Well, M, boy, I'm hearing things, boy. My dog back. Hold up, M. Hold up.
Guess who's back? Back again. Oh God.
They created a monster! Nice!
Shady's back. Tell a friend.
So, what I was wondering is, like, how far can we go with this magic?
Abra, abracadabra.
Well, for my last trick, I'm gonna make my career disappear.
Wait, what?
Welcome back to the show. I'm Anna, and you're watching Anna Speaks Out. Thanks for being here.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. So, a new Eminem album and single music video just came out. And I have some quite interesting, if I do say myself, thoughts about several different parts of that initial music video. And then there seems to be more regarding the whole album that's also interesting. So there will probably be a part 2 to this video as well. But let's get started. So a new Eminem album was just released yesterday, May 31st, and it is called The Death of Slim Shady. And the first single music video, which was just released from that album, is called Houdini. Now, something that I just learned about Harry Houdini is that he was referred to as the Masonic magician by the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. And this article that I found by the Scottish Rite says Harry Houdini is most commonly known for illusions like his suspended straitjacket escape, buried alive trick, and the Houdini upside down. However, many people do not know the man behind the magician, Freemason Eric Weiss. Here is an example of the upside down trick in which he was suspended upside down in a cabinet of water and his ankles were locked in shackles, and somehow he was able to escape without the shackles being unlocked. And so part of what made this trick so enticing for audience members to watch is that there, as far as anybody could tell, was a very real possibility that Houdini could have been killed any of these times that he tried to escape from this container of water that he was shackled into. And one of the initial things that I found interesting about this Eminem music video is that the opening scene shows him in what is supposed to be his house, it looks like. And he has a can of liquid death water on his bedside table. So now check out this liquid death commercial that I'm not sure that I had ever seen before. And I actually found it by accident when I was trying to find videos about satanic bathtub rituals, which was very difficult to find.
Have you ever heard of a real witch summoning demons and trapping them inside cans of water? Inside this very warehouse sits the entire inventory of liquid death mountain water. Each can is about to be infused with real demons by a real witch.
A lot of what I practice can be considered traditional witchcraft.
What you're about to witness is very real, very dangerous, and in my opinion, a terrible idea.
We enter into the dark half of the year. Now is the time of the dead. I ask you, spirits, those who are listening, I invite you here. I offer this water as a vessel for you to come into this world. When the cans are opened, you are released. I welcome you. Now is the time of the dead.
Demon-infused liquid death. If you drink it, will you become possessed?
So that was pretty strange, right? And it also makes me think about what we were talking about in my last video about possible truths being put out there in the media and made to look like just a joke. Someone actually commented under that video and said, "I don't care if this is just a commercial. As an ex-witch, this is not a game." Okay, so the next thing that I found interesting is that he has an image of what looks like a Jewish rabbi and then a Catholic pope reacting to the fact that Eminem is back on the music scene. And as many of us know, there is much discussion to be found out there on the internet regarding the fact that many of the banks and the media corporations, a lot of major things that greatly influence everybody, at least here in the United States and kind of beyond by proxy, because the United States is a world power. Many of the CEOs and owners of these places happen to be Jewish people. And then the Pope is, of course, another wildly influential on the world stage, polarizing person as well. So I just find it interesting that these two representations were put into this music video. And then the very next thing that comes onto the screen is a person with a white rabbit mask on their head. And of course, a nickname for Eminem was always Rabbit, as referred to in the 8 Mile movie and the Lose Yourself song, which both came out when I was in high school. However, of course, you see white rabbit symbology used in very different ways as well. Of course, the oldest and probably most widely known example that I can think of is the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, which leads Alice down the rabbit hole into a wildly different reality from anything that she has ever known to be true reality. Which is really not too much different from this other classic example in the movie The Matrix.
What the hell? Lone white rabbit.
Something wrong, man? You look a little whiter than usual.
My computer, You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
Hey, look, it just sounds to me like, you need to unplug, man. Get some R&R? Hey, what do you think, DeShore? Should we take him with us?
Definitely.
I can't. I have work tomorrow.
Come on. It'll be fun. I promise.
Yeah. Sure. I'll go.
But now going back to Houdini, the Daily Mail referred to him as the escapologist who risked death when they buried themselves alive, referring to one of his other most popular tricks, Buried Alive. And it turns out David Blaine, who Eminem did a YouTube short with, which I showed a clip of at the beginning of this video.
Hey, what's going on, Marshall?
David, what up, man? Yo, listen, I need your help with something.
Yeah, whatever you need.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, you're the greatest to ever do it, right?
We should do something together one time.
David Blaine apparently lasted 7 days in a see-through coffin that he was buried in. So this seems like a popular thing to do. And it also turns out that there is a sacred burial ritual that people do all over the world to this day, in which one digs their own grave where they spend the night in darkness, silence, surrender, and prayer. And this is said to be a ritual of transformation. So then the question becomes, is this music video and this new Eminem album trying to promote and glorify these sort of rituals of death and rebirth? And if so, why? and what truth hidden in plain sight could possibly be being represented here in this video as well. Here is one theory from that channel that I mentioned in my last video, Rebel Call, that crazy conspiracy theory guy.
The theme of the video is that the old Eminem, who doesn't look like the old Eminem because it's not the old Eminem, comes through a portal from 2002. So they show on his phone a portal from 2002 is opened up in the city, and Eminem has come through, right? So Eminem walks through this giant circle and enters the city. You might say, wow, okay, wait, am I seeing a lot of that? Because you're not realizing you're seeing a lot of that, but you are. You are seeing a lot of that. Why are you seeing a lot of that? Because that's what's happening right now over at CERN. That's what's happening with the Large Hadron Collider at CERN. When they tell you that they're trying to open up a black hole, they are literally trying to lift the veil. They are trying to bring over what's on the other side.
So yes, some people have theorized that demonic entities could be being summoned out of the spiritual realm into the physical world at CERN. Now remember that this album is called The Death of Slim Shady, and you'll see in the second half of the video there is a sort of showdown between the original Eminem, Slim Shady, and his current self, and it basically results in the two of them uniting into a new sort of monster, which is some sort of hybrid between the two. And now I invite you to ask yourself, who or what do you believe that Slim Shady, this sort of alter ego of Eminem's, actually is? And could there have been a new form of that, like a new handler that has come to use Eminem as a vessel to continue social engineering upon the population, particularly through the young generation, which are the most malleable? Let me know what you think, and I can't wait to see what you all have to say.